May I raise a question? Why do you come? Please, I really mean it. Why are we all here? When the speaker is in India and talks to, between 5,000 to 8,000 people at every meeting, they come there, most of them understand English, and most of them come to be in the presence of a religious person, at least they're quote, a religious person. They don't quite understand what the speaker is talking about. I'm sure they don't. But yet they must come to be, it's the tradition, it's the fashion, it is the reputation, the image, and all that nonsense. I was going to use a stronger word. And perhaps you come here out of curiosity, or spend a nice morning under the trees among the dappled light, or take a sun bath and listen to the poor chap. And so you go on that way. All this doesn't actually deeply, profoundly change us. What makes human beings change is really a very serious question. Why do we behave as we do behave? Is it possible that suffering, pain, anxiety, a sense of desperate depression out of which one finds oneself almost impossible to get out of, and the terrible ambitions and the competition and all that kind of thing that's going on, can we change all that? Each one. And you will inevitably ask, does it really matter? If I change, if one changes, will it in any way affect the whole human endeavor and their mischief and their superstitions and violence? And one thinks that's a wrong question to put. That is, you will change only if it affects the rest of the world. And if it doesn't, it doesn't matter very much how one lives. One wonders if you ever considered how one man can change the whole human consciousness, human beings. One man. As a bad example of a neurotic and insane person like Hitler, who's done such tremendous harm to the world, he has changed or affected the rest of the world, their consciousness, their behavior. And you might also say, has the Buddha 2,500 years ago, has he in any way affected the world? Or the Christians believe in Savior, the Jesus and all that. Have they really changed the world? Changed human minds, human behavior, end their suffering? Or have the priests throughout the world prevented this change? You understand my question? One has no direct teachings of the Buddha or that of Jesus. His teachings apparently were interpreted, or say, after 60 years. So there is no direct teachings. And perhaps that has prevented human beings from acting rightly. So one wonders all along the long journey of one's life, why profoundly human beings don't change their ways of life. Is more suffering necessary? Is more violence necessary? More experts and so on? Or we haven't got the energy, the drive, the passion, the intensity to change the pattern of one's deep behaviors. Please do ask these questions of yourself. And here there are many questions given. Questions imply problem. And problems ought to be solved, not in the resolution of one problem. Dozen other problems arise. The ending of a problem, of any problem, and apparently we don't seem to be able to do that, either politically, economically, socially, and so on, or religiously. It's a perpetual reorganization. When that reorganization doesn't function properly, reorganize it. Keep on reorganizing every organization. I don't know if I've not noticed this. And this is called progress. This is called bringing about order in the world. Can one put aside all organizations, spiritual especially, if one can use that word which has been so spoiled, not belong to anything at all, not be caught in any box, in any system, and work, look, observe, perceive one's own behavior, change.